Hey, this is my first dating story. I'm going to be doing dating stories about people I've met and situations and interesting things that happen. And so the first person I want to talk about is the first person I met in person since I became single. Um, he's a really interesting guy. I think about him sometimes. I think that he was meant to come in my life for like a minute and then leave. But I do think about him sometimes. I'm gonna go in my bathroom because it's more quiet. If there's always kids and it's so loud, it's hard to concentrate and think. Like, what do I want to say? So, anyways, I'll just sit here and talk to you. So this guy I met. How it started was when you first start talking to somebody, the first thing that happens is they want to see your pictures and you want to see what they look like and you want to see if you're attracted to them. And so we sent pictures back and forth, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, I don't believe you're real. I think you're a robot. I think you're fake. I need to see you in person to know that you're real." And I was like, "This is a trick. I think I'm being tricked." I was just like, "No, I'm not going to see you in person right now. We can talk and get to know each other through text. And I'm busy. I'm baking potatoes. I'm taking care of kids. It's Wednesday." I was just like, this is not happening right now. But this guy was like one of the most persistent guys I've ever met. He's driven, and that's a good quality, but it's a little intimidating and overwhelming with a girl. Just so you guys know, if you're a guy watching this, now you know. And you can learn more things by my story. So he was like, he knew the area I lived in. We kind of lived by each other. And he's like, "I'm in your area and I'm not leaving until you come outside and show me that you're real. I just want to see you face to face. I want to know that you exist." Because he was really hopeful and excited. And so I was like, "No, no." For like 2 hours, I was like, "No." And my kids were home, and I have been like kind of weary about them meeting someone new. So, and if anybody comes to my house, my kids are gonna like, they're gonna see the person. They're gonna be curious. I can't hide that, even if it's outside. So I was just kind of like, "No, that's not happening." And he just kept pressing and pressing. So finally, I'm like, "Fine, I'll come out to your car and I'll meet you, and then I'm going back inside." And so he came, and I went outside and talked to him. And right off the bat, I was really attracted to him physically. He was a really good looking guy, really strong and nice eyes, and like the perfect height for me, and like a really nice smile, and just really nice in person. And so we started talking, and like right off the bat, he was so overwhelming for me. He has been divorced for 6 months and he wants to find a wife again. And I'm just like tiptoeing out into the waters. Well, I was at this time. This was a couple months ago. Um, and I'm like obviously not going to be somebody's wife for a long, 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 long time, if ever. So he was like, "I love your little hands. Let me see your little hands." And so I was like, "Okay, here's my little hand." And he put his hand up to mine. It's like the first time I touched anybody's hand being single, and there was like definitely some chemistry between us, and kind of like that like energy where you feel something, and I felt something, but I was still kind of nervous. And he was like, "What's your ring size?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is so overwhelming. I just met you. What? What's happening?" So I was like, "I have to go back inside." And then one by one, my kids started coming out and wanting to know what's going on. And so I came back inside, and we text. And basically, one reason I wanted to talk about this guy is because it's an example of like, I saw him a couple more times after this, and in person, we had really, really good chemistry. We got along. We laughed and talked and had really good eye contact, and there was definitely something between us, like a really cool energy. But as soon as we were apart and we would like text each other, my personality clashed with his through text message, not in person, but I'm really like laughing and happy and interactive, and I like to talk about my day, and I like to keep in touch with people. I think if somebody cares about me, they will be like, "How was your day, beautiful?" or "Sweetheart," or "Did you get a good night's rest?" and or at least like every couple days check in with me and make sure I'm still alive. But he was really, really quiet, which I know some people are quiet like that. But when he did talk to me, he was really, really demanding. And he was just like, come to my house. And I'm not a girl that likes to be bossed around or controlled. So immediately I was like, no. Just because he said that, I was like, no. I'll meet you in person. You can take me on a date. You can wine and dine me, but I'm not just going to come to your house. And so I saw him a couple more times, and he gave me a really cool present, which is probably the coolest thing I've gotten in a long time. It's a crystal ball. He got it on the internet, and I asked him where, and he said only cute boys know where to get a crystal ball. So he wouldn't tell me. But there's two, and he has the other one. Which is kind of weird. I was like, is there a camera in here? But anyways, I put it under my pillow and I started sleeping with it, and it gets really, really warm at night, and I hold it sometimes, and it does have really, really good energy, and I love it, and I'm so grateful for it. After he gave me this, I like the next time we talked, he did the same thing he always did, which he was like, come to my house, and I was like, no, you can take me on a date. And I didn't know that he has money, but he was like, you just are after my money, and I'm like, I didn't even know you had money. So we just stopped talking, and then we've never talked since. It's kind of funny because in person you can have magic with someone, and then texting, it could ruin everything. And that's kind of what happened. He's not a very good texter, but I texted him and told him that I think about him sometimes, and I hope he finds a wife to help him be happy. And I'm very grateful for this. And he's never asked for it back, he's never come to get it. It's kind of cool because we made a connection, and he has the other one, and I haven't talked to him in like 2 months. So if you're out there, I hope you're doing well and you're happy. And I'm sorry things didn't work out between us, but you were the first person I met, and you taught me a lot. I tried really hard to like be a really good communicator, but I'm also like, I am definitely a kind of girl. If you boss me around or tell me what to do, I'll probably do the opposite. And that's pretty much what happened. And I really didn't know he had money, and I don't really care about money. I'm not like that. I think he was a little paranoid. But anyways, that's my story. Um I'm not going to say his name just cuz that's private, but he's the first guy I met, and he definitely made a little impact on me right off the bat of like I learned a lot basically, and I got a gift. Yay. Anyways, that's my dating story number 1. All right. Well, we never like really went on a date, but kind of we hung out. All right. So anyways, talk to you guys later. Have a good night. Bye.